Hello and welcome on back to another Talking video. In today's one, we're going to be looking at the brand new TMNT comic books that are coming out in November. Now this month has a nice selection and nice variety of different TMNT comic books. So yeah. Okay, so starting on November 6th, we had the TMNT, the Night Watcher, issue number 3. So this issue is going to be continuing on the story of how Jenica became Night Watcher, and also, hopefully this one might be leading a little bit more into what the actual story is going to be with everything and all that kind of stuff, because as of right now we don't know anything about the actual main story, so yeah. Okay, so for the description for this issue, it is, in a wake of the M bomb that was dropped in Union Square over a year ago, many New Yorker lives were turned upside down as a struggle to adapt to a new normal as human-born mutants. As social media circus descends on new mutants who turned to crime after her life was destroyed, Night Watcher seeks to find her first and discover the full story. The supposedly simple case rapidly gets more complicated as more details are revealed, though it's up to Night Watcher to determine who truly needs justice. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that overall for this issue, it sounds pretty interesting with the plot. I do think that this one could be a rather fun, like who did it and that kind of stuff. I do think that this issue could be one to look out for because of that description. But at the same time, I do feel as though that this issue won't have enough time to fully expand upon the stuff which I want to do, unless this story is going to be bleeding over to the next issue, but I doubt it. So yeah. Okay, so going over to November 13th, where the TMNT, the Masters of the Universe, Tales of Grayskull, issue number 2. So this issue is going to be continuing on the story with He-Man in the arena of the Triceratons, fighting the Turtles and the All-Star Monster Ram team, whatever they're called. So this issue could be a lot of fun, but at the same time, if it's anything like the first issue, don't expect anything too great. So yeah. Okay, so for the description for this one, it is, the universe is in knots. Renette is doing anything she can to stop the TMNT and He-Man universes from getting all tangled up, but they're all stuck in a time loop, and with He-Man and the Turtles on Triceraton homeworld facing off against the all-star team in the Tri-Sports Arena, things seem to be only getting worse. So, yeah, I mean, there wasn't really too much for a description there. It is cool to see all that kind of stuff, and I am quite curious to see how all this stuff is going to be playing out, especially like He-Man fighting Triceraton homeworld against the Turtles, and also the Triceratons. It could be a lot of fun, but at the same time, how they did it with the last issue, I just can't really say that I'm looking forward to it all too much, but I guess we'll wait and see about that. Okay, so then also moving on to the other stuff that's coming out on November 13th, where the TMNT, the 40th anniversary comic celebration one-shot deluxe edition, hardcover edition. God. So yeah, basically this is just the 40th anniversary one-shot special that came out a few months ago, but this time it's going to be a hardback book, and I believe it's going to also have some new stuff in this one. I believe it's going to have a new story and also some pin-up stuff, so it might be worth it for that kind of stuff. And if you haven't bought the original issue already, then I do think that this could be a good issue for you to get for just reading all that kind of stuff. And also with this one, like going into a variety of different universes, this I would say is like a really great story just to get people into comics and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this one. It could be cool, but at the same time, just hold your expectations for this one as well because of what happened in the actual story. So yeah. Okay, and then also November 13th, we had the TMNT Black, White and Green trade paperback. Now this one is going to be collecting issue 1 through 4 of the TMNT Black, White and Green series, and yeah, I don't know what else to really say about this one. If you want it, you can get it. There's going to be some other stuff in this one, such as all the other covers and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'd say that overall it was a pretty decent series, and I do think that anyone who enjoys Turtles will definitely enjoy this one. And with a nice variety of different creators in this one, from artists, writers, and different shades of green throughout it, it's a really nice book, and I would recommend getting it if you haven't read the series already. Okay, then finally on November 13th, the TMNT Mutant Nation issue number 2. So this issue is going to be continuing the stories with Raph dealing with Metalhead Area 51, and also Casey joining the Fur and all that kind of stuff. So this issue could be interesting depending where they do take things, but with how things have been going recently, with us already know the outcomes of most of this stuff, it's not really that entertaining whatsoever. So at least some of this stuff could be a little bit interesting, I would say, but we'll wait and see about that. Okay, so for the description for this one, and it is a long one, it is: assist an old enemy in breaking into a highly restricted, heavily guarded, famously classified government facility. It's not exactly a freewheeling road trip Raphael had in mind, but with Pepperoni's life in balance, his driving headfirst is a point of no return as Raph and Metalhead reach Area 51. Surrounded by EPS coveted technology, Metalhead's motives come to light. He will stop at nothing to commandeer the secrets of this dimension. Time is running out for Raph to find Pepperoni and use his strength for good, but a clean plan is off the table when old friends call out for help. Lost running co-writer Tom Waltz and artist Vincent Frederick continues Raphael's desert detour in part 2 of Attack of Area 51. And then in Eric Bones and Mateo Santoloco's heart-pounding backup story, Casey Jones endures Karai's grueling test of loyalty, and running with being rocksteady gives him an idea. So, yeah, I don't know what else to really say about that. It sounds cool, I want to say, but again, really know like most of the stuff like the outcome, especially of like Casey, because like he joins like the foot like with issue 5, we wouldn't know that kind of stuff. The stuff with Raph, that could be interesting, but there's nothing really putting more me into this issue, but I guess I'll read it. So, yeah. Okay, so then going over to November 20th, where the TMNT RW Collection Volume 5, the trade paperback version. So, yeah, this one is another one of those like collection books that collects like quite a few issues. This one's going to be collecting the series Tales in Time, issue 38 through 44, the ongoing series, and also the TMNT and Ghostbuster crossover. So you do have like a nice variety of different comics within that book. It's going to be about $40, have about nearly 400 pages, and I think that this is really great. If you've been collecting the trade paperback versions of these ones, then this one's definitely like a must-have for that series. But if you already had the hardback one, then you don't really need it. So yeah. Okay, and then for the next one, which is going to be coming out on November 20th, we've got the TMNT, the Last Run Lost Years, the covers, hardcover edition. Oh god, so many different titles. Okay, yeah, so this one is going to be just a book with a variety of different covers that were like published for the Last Run Lost Years series. It's supposed to have over 125 pieces of different covers from a variety of different artists, from like Kevin Eastman, Ben Bishop, S.L. Gallant, Gavin Smith, Matteo Santoloco, Michael Dooney, Steve Levine, Jim Lawson, and more, it says. But I mean, yeah, there is more, but I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. So if you, I mean, I know that they released one for the Last Ronin series. I think that these are cool if you're into this kind of stuff and want to like see a different variety of different covers and stuff like that. But I would say that this is a really good pick for you. But at the same time, it's just covers. There's not really too much to really look at in here. But if you're into that kind of stuff, then this is great. Okay, and then on November 20th, we got the TMNT Naruto issue number 1 crossover. Now, this one, I'm still not too sure if I'm even saying the right name or name for Naruto? Either way, that guy. So, yeah, this is a crossover which, from the sounds of things, should be cool because Naruto is... that guy is a ninja or something, so it could be cool. So, I heard a lot of good things about it, so hopefully this one should be interesting. Okay, so for the description for this one, it is the coolest ninja matchup you could ever dreamed of. Had you dared? The heroes in a hard shell meet the host of a nine-tailed fox in the crossover everyone will be talking about. When teenage reporter April O'Neil has Clanstide meeting with a Tonsdu, the leader of the hidden Leaf Village, it garners the attention of Naruto, Suraku, and They aren't the only ones who are, who are wondering what the two women were discussing though. But since the Foot Clan have their own interests in April's visit, as they think she might hold valuable information on mutation researching being conducted by the scientist Max Stogman, with April caught between the forces of Hidden Leaf Village and the Foot Clan, it can't be long before the TMNT show up to lend their hand. Working with the acclaimed manga publisher Viz Entertainment, RW is putting together two of the most popular comics in the world to bring you the 4-issue comic series event of 2024. So, yeah, that's a long title or long description. Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool enough, I want to say, but I don't know anything about Naruto. To be honest, I don't know if I'm even saying the name right. So, hopefully this is cool. There's a lot of covers, and I think it's supposed to be like the first time like any like anime kind of thing is in comics. So this is gonna be like a pretty big deal. So this could be like one to look out for because of what could happen. So yeah. Okay, and then going over to November 27th, we got the TMNT, the Samurai Adventures, issue 19. So, in this issue, it is security expert and entrepreneur Ken Ziff, who believes his security system is the most advanced in the world, publicly dares the criminals of the city to try and steal from his repository of gold billions. This draws the attention of not just intergalactic criminal mastermind Old Hob, who's stuck on Earth and eager to build a new empire, but Krang, who wants the precious metal for his own purposes. Naturally, the TMNT stand in the way of such a robbery, but something else lurks in Sith's vault. Oh god, Sith's vault. Like a spell that tells doom, Samurai Adventures continue with billions for you. So, yeah, I mean, overall for the description for this one, it sounds fun enough, I want to say. It sounds like a very, like, you know, it's like very typical Samurai Adventure, or like Samurai, like, cartoon kind of story, which it works a bit too well. And I feel like with the thing which is going to sort of tell us in their doom and all that kind of stuff, it's all spoiled on the covers, if it is that, which is Chrome Dome is going to be back and it's going to be fighting with turtles. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? I don't have too much to really say about that. Old Tom and Krang meeting, that could be cool, I want to say. I'm just not too sure how the world they interact or anything. It won't be Shro and Krang, but yeah, we'll wait and see about that. So yeah, so then also the last comic to come out in November, on November 27th, is the TMNT ongoing series, issue number 4, and this one's going to be focusing on Donatello in the captive zoo area, where it's going to be fighting people, which could be cool, so wait and see about that. Okay, so the discussion for this one is, Chris Brown returns to our duties this issue as we finally learn the fate of Donatello. Trapped in the mutant zoo and forced to fight rich men looking for a thrill, his mind is still broken since last we saw him. As mysterious forces gather against him, can Donnie gather himself to defeat these enemies and set himself free? Superstar writer and Justin Aaron continues his exploration of the individual TMNT, setting the stage for their reunion. So, yeah, I mean, overall for this one, it sounds alright, I want to say. I mean, I do think that with this one, is at a bit of a disadvantage where we know a lot about Donnie's situation, because we're going to see a lot of that in the Alpha issue. So I do feel like it's at a bit of a disadvantage just because we know that he's in the mutant zoos, he's finding the people and all that kind of stuff. And going off from last issue, we know that the Phil are going to be going after him, Vito's going to be coming in and all that kind of stuff. So this issue could be a lookout for, I don't know, I feel like this one could be a big one because of all the stuff which maybe setting up for past few issues for this series. So we'll wait and see about that. But yeah, I mean, overall it does seem like a pretty decent issue, but I guess we'll wait and see about that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what comics you're looking forward to the most this month. I'd say that overall for me, I'm probably looking forward to the Night Watcher one and also the IW ongoing series one the most. But at the same time, I'm very curious to see about the Samurai Adventure one just because it could be a lot of fun. But at the same time, I'm not too sure what to really expect in that one, so who knows really. So Yeah, oh god, this month is actually really good. Like a nice variety of different selection. Too bad a lot of it is just just throwing up like the same sort of stuff which we already got a few months ago out already. So it's disappointing on that front, but at the same time, a lot of old stuff which is really great. So that's gonna for today, guys. If someone please share this subscribe on stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.